Hi everyone, so we are back filming our Disney commentary series and today we are on Riverside and Victoria and Albert. So this was our fancy pants meal that we went on.
So excited for this day. This was like a huge highlight of the holiday for me.
I think I liked it a lot. No, I'm not saying I didn't. I was just so apprehensive about not liking the food.
Oh, I know
I'm
you
quite
were
a picky
worried about
eater.
that. You were.
And I think when we got there and they're like, okay, this is a normalish menu. I can handle like the food. It's not like something crazy like. I mean, we did have cheek, and I was like, bleh.
Oh, that was so good.
Bleh.
That was so good.
Bleh.
Anyway, we'll get to that.
Morning.
Oh,
Your voice sounds great.
I sound terrible.
You should really give up the 10 packs a day habit you've got going on.
We had a bit of a lane today.
Smoking.
Oh.
It was a joke.
I don't smoke.
Sounds like you do. We both sound fantastic. I was so gutted waking up and like just feeling like that. I was like, today of all days.
No, but at least this wasn't when you had like your food poisoning at the start of the trip.
At least it wasn't that. But I was just like, my sense of taste is not great right now. And that's super depressing when you're about to go for a fancy meal for having all this lovely food if you can't properly taste it. Fortunately, cleared up enough that it wasn't an issue.
Yeah, you like had loads of medicine, didn't you?
Because I was like, I am not missing this at all. Bright floral shirts.
You love a good floral shirt.
Yeah, definitely. Bright and summery.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go to Riverside.
This is the only time we went to Riverside the whole trip, actually, considering how close it was.
You just did this.
Do,
One.
do, do, do.
Nice to get to come out and enjoy the resort. So I think when you stay at Disney, you kind of just go to the parks all the time. You don't really ever spend any time in your
You're trying to justify like why we're not really doing anything today. I feel.
Eat, and that's been about it. So it's quite nice just.
I mean, I really liked, even though we were just eating and sleeping in the resort, I really liked that. So
Yeah, sure. It was quite a nice walk.
I don't know if I'd go back to Riverside though.
I don't know really either. Yeah, it was a good walk, and I think if we had a spare day where we just wanted to go outside for a bit, maybe. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't know that I loved it a lot.
I'd rather go to the boardwalk. If
Yes.
And now that we
Yeah.
can drive, we can just go.
Or Disney Springs or something like that, because
Yeah.
that's even better now than when we last went. So like, it's a bit of a no-brainer, I think now. Very bright green.
It's really pretty, isn't it?
It is. I definitely made this too oversaturated, but.
I like it. Look, and little birdies in the trees.
And it was kind of nice just sort of hanging out, taking a, we had like a slow day-ish at Epcot, but it was still a very park-heavy day. But it was just kind of nice to go for like a casual walk and just sort of chat and just sort of hang out. That was quite nice. I like that.
The monorail loops and things like that is that
You definitely don't sound good though.
No, I don't, do I? I mean, I don't sound great now, but I think I sound better now than I do there.
Yeah. It's not by much. But...
Oh.
No.
This is hay fever. Like,
you're much
inside,
better.
internally, I feel 100%. There, I did not.
Sarah's still desperately hunting for alligators on Disney property right up at the resorts.
Yeah, which I just didn't think was a thing,
Well, you saw
to be
Yeah.
honest.
It's an awful circumstance. We now know it's a thing, but it's... I just wanted to prove I was right more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because there were quite a lot of them around, like the Lakes Front Animal Kingdom when I used to work there. So
I genuinely don't know why I didn't think that would be the case. I think I just thought that Disney were capable of taking care of it, and
the food court area.
nature does what it wants.
to be fair, though, we didn't see any.
No, we did not. This was nice for them, but I don't like the variety of their food. Like, it was a nice larger food court, but
I actually think that our food court's got more like this. Because I know we do the
yeah,
try your own pasta and stuff, but there was lots of like barbecue things that I think you still like.
good. As long as they keep that on the menu, because those ribs were really good. Actually, I really enjoyed
I don't know
those.
if the ribs are still on the menu.
Oh God,
We'll
don't
have to
do this
double-check.
to
We'll
me.
have to double check. I can't remember.
Changing resorts. That's it. I can't handle it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You make a joke about that, but the food at the resort was like a big. That's the reason we didn't stay in Old Key West because it didn't have a quick serve. I'm like, not staying there.
I think this is another time you thought I was taking a picture, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I
That
like,
is a lot of cheese.
and I'm not a huge cheese fan. So I was like, I'll have a little bit. Oh, she's not stopping.
Just be like, that's enough. I'm gonna say it assertively. I was genuinely surprised you wanted to eat.
Why?
Because we were going for a giant meal later. I just figured you just wouldn't want to
No,
ruin your appetite.
I'm always in the mood for food.
Especially pasta.
Love me. I really wanted to eat and make your own pasta.
Right. Okay.
That's another dessert that I wish I didn't have to get because I didn't want it and you end up eating it.
Yeah, I did in the end, actually.
And then wander back to
I'd
our
forgotten
resort
about that.
and start getting ready for our meal this evening.
I like my resort more.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna need a couple hours
Which
for
is
that.
fine because that's where we're staying.
So we wanna
It has worked out. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a nice resort. It's just
Not
didn't-
to our style.
didn't really want to stay there. They had a cool shop there. I liked their shop more than ours, I think.
Yeah,
Ours
their
had more
shop's a lot
unique
bigger.
stuff, but they've got like a lot more variety.
But then the parks do, so you could just get stuff in the parks and get it sent back.
True.
It's not like...
That is true. All of the cooking stuff.
I wanted to buy more cooking stuff. I think I even went there with the intention of buying cooking stuff and I didn't buy anything.
I went there with the intention of buying more cooking
I
stuff.
wanted
and
the
really didn't get
pancake
much.
flipper.
Yeah, we'll have to just go back and just do it next
We've
time.
got the case space now.
We do. Again, it always comes back to case space, and we talk about it a lot, but that was really like a deciding factor on the things that we wanted to buy. Because we were just like, I don't want to give up the room, especially like fairly, even though we're 10 days in or whatever, we didn't want to fill up a case and then be like, but I've seen this thing on the last day and I don't have any room for it. And that's just not going to be a problem anymore.
All the case space.
All of it. You took so long to get ready this day.
What, for the meal?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yep.
I don't think I did.
You took quite a while.
I always take quite a while though.
I know.
There's a stage in getting ready in the morning where I get bored. Basically I have no attention span for anything.
No, basically none.
So I'm like, oh, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. Oh, you just said you're going to miss the heat when you go.
Yeah, I do kind of like. I don't really love hot weather in this country, but I like it in America a lot because there's air conditioning everywhere.
Yeah, which is weird because I like going during the really humid seasons. And everyone's always like, avoid going to Florida like from May to like September or wherever it is because it's really hot. And I'm like, that is when I want to go. I'm like loving it.
You thought this plan through very well.
Oh yeah, this was you trying to work out how we could stay in the country longer than was legally allowed.
Well, it's because my parents were coming back and they didn't invite me. And I will never, ever live that down.
Of course they didn't invite you. You're a grown adult that doesn't live with them anymore.
I had this argument the other day. I was like, you went to Florida without me. And my dad's was like, there wasn't enough room in the car. We'd have had to go another car. Not worth it. I was like, I'm not worth another car.
You're an adult that lives by yourself. You can go to Florida by yourself.
And I'm just going to rub it in my parents' face and be like, oh, you're not coming, so there's no room in our car.
Send someone else through. Pay them.
You just have terrible, terrible plans about how to...
That's where I said that we could fax people money. I still think faxing money is a thing.
No! No, it isn't!
Is it
not
just-
using a fax!
Not like a fax machine, but I swear in America there's like,
Too much.
you fax money.
You Western Union people some money, maybe.
Maybe that means
You
fax.
wire... No, it doesn't! You can't send money
Maybe
by
I meant
fax. It's like
wired.
bank transfer.
Or maybe, you know they have...
How do you think sending money by fax would work? You put in the money and they get a copy of it, and then you're
No, I
one...
just thought it was another term for something.
The lobby's very close to the end.
Don't fax people money.
Buildings are not
No.
It's
What
a
are you
random
looking at?
gate there. I wonder if they ever close the gate. Just be like, we're full.
Well, it's not a very good game. There's not really anything either side of it. Like, you look to the left and it's...
No, but it has the bit on the floor, you know, where you can open and close it. So, like, it must have
Yeah.
a purpose.
Sure, but it can't be for keeping people out.
No, you're not allowed in French Quarter.
Well, I'll just go round.
You may not.
It's just a random gate not attached to anything.
Because even if we stayed in this building when we go back, it's not that far from everything.
No, it isn't.
It's just not as convenient as Building 4, which is, like, there.
Which was quite close. But, I mean, all of the rooms here look pretty nice. And it was actually nice on this day that we got to see, like, the other walkways through the resort. Like, we
Yeah,
really
but
only
use them.
went from bus, room, food place, occasionally to the boat for Disney Springs, and just, like, all the rest of it was really picturesque.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go
We
back.
didn't really have a look.
We did not.
Next time.
1 o'clock, but we want to go and have a look around the Grand
So it's
Floridian, take
1 o'clock now,
Uh-huh.
do that.
and our meals are, like,
We're having kind of the first bit of
oh, yeah.
on the other side.
Yeah, you ran before the rain really started coming down. I was like, I'm not
You
going
got
to come.
stuck.
You can see it like creeping towards me. I had to keep stepping back. I was like, oh.
You were really not happy about this.
Storm.
And also about this, actually, as well.
I barely got this one.
Huh?
Where you thought she was in our room.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to disturb the maid if she was in her room. So I said, let's wait round the corner until she's done. Turns out she was on a break.
Yeah, the cart was just outside our room. She wasn't in there at all, and we could have gone in at any moment.
I don't think she'd done our room at that point, though.
No.
So we just put the do not disturb sign. But we were literally stood here for about 20 30 minutes.
Yeah. Just didn't want to knock. I don't know why we didn't just knock.
I don't know, I just didn't want to invade her in the middle of her work. I just thought it was rude.
You were getting really angry about it, though. You were like, what is going on?
She was trying on your clothes.
Yeah, I bet it's time.
No, I don't think so.
Goes to nothing.
My tan didn't last very long at all.
Because you burned yourself more than tanned.
Yeah, I always go to America thinking, oh, we get a good tan. I never do. It's because we like spend not enough time.
Oh yeah, we didn't bring the microphone with us. So all the audio for this bit sucks.
You were so hot.
Literally melting. Like, dark suit, dark trousers, full layers, and I was like, oh, I thought I'd be okay. It was so hot. It's not a hot weather suit.
And the under part of my dress, because it was like lacy, but then had a sheer like bit underneath, kept riding up, so I kept pulling it down, which made me go really slowly. And you're like, come on! I'm like, my skirt keeps coming up.
Yeah, but you were just being really, really slow. This was a fun place to drink, though.
I loved these cocktails. These, I think, I have to say, these are the best cocktails I personally have ever drunk in my life.
Okay, fair enough.
What were they called? The Tropical Macaw?
Tropical Macaw, which is your one. And then I had the Habanero Margarita.
Which you also said you really liked. That's my one there, isn't it?
It was very good. It was a very good drink. That is your one there.
Oh, tasted like a dream. And that guy was really good as well. That wasn't your drink though, was it?
Yeah, he was great.
Oh no, this was my second one because you only got one because you were doing a wine pairing.
Yeah, so I only wanted to have one alcoholic drink before we went in because two would have been too many.
Yeah, fun story. The bartender there was telling us that people quite often go there before going to the Victoria and Albert, and he's had people drink a few cocktails there, go for the wine pairing and get too drunk throughout the meal that they have to leave early.
Well, he was saying that there were some people that, you know, didn't even go there for alcoholic drinks, but they were like, they tried the wine pairing and they were like just completely drunk by the middle of it. And I was really worried at that point. I was like, oh my God, how much wine is there going to be? Like, am I going to get really, really drunk? Fortunately, no.
It was an okay amount of wine.
It was an okay amount of wine. This wasn't in focus, and that's not to do with the wine. It's to do with how difficult it was to use the camera in this kind of environment. Oh, you were so excited.
See, that's one thing that people may know about me. I'm such a poser. And to hear that people were like, oh my God, they were in the chef's table, I was like, I'm the best.
We were talking the other day about how we'd want to go somewhere, and Sarah was talking about private jets, and I was like, I don't think you'd enjoy a private jet. And she was like, no, probably not, because there wouldn't be anyone to show off to.
I know it sounds really pathetic and actually really sad, but my favourite bit about going somewhere fancy is watching other people being jealous of me doing something fancy. That's why I like the fast pass queues. I'm like, bye guys.
Even that, you're just like, ah ha 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 ha.
Somehow I don't really mind too much.
I'm a terrible person, that's why.
So lovely.
This was a really, really nice evening. I'm so glad that we got to do this. This was like one of those things I was really like, fingers crossed. I know this is hugely unlikely, but I just want to have happen, and it did, and it was awesome, and you did a really good job organising it for us.
Yeah, because we booked the trip with this in mind, and luckily we got the day we wanted.
Yeah.
Because there's only like once every 3 days they do it or something. There's only one sitting.
Did not frame this very well. My head's poking out the top. It's because when we set up for shooting, I'm behind the camera, and I forget that I'm actually taller than Sarah because most of the time we're kind of the same height. Sarah just slumps a lot.
I slump a lot.
It's always kind of like, do I frame it for our actual heads, or is Sarah slumping? And so sometimes I'm a lot taller and sometimes we're the same height. It's always really awkward. Wearing my new tie though.
I love that tie.
It's such a good tie.
Got your lovely rose.
Yeah, they gave me a rose. It's really nice.
It died.
Well, of course it did.
I don't know. So it was, and those chocolate, they gave us the chocolates.
Yep.
I don't remember eating them, but I'm pretty sure we did.
You didn't like many of them. You liked a
No.
few of them, but I liked all of them. So,
Yeah, that's
you
good.
know.
So you ate the rest.
My gain.
And I actually took my bag and my rose to pick up our packages just so that someone would be like, oh, where? Oh my God, this is like my ultimate bring me down to earth moment. So we went to the shop and then was like, oh, have you been somewhere nice? We went Victoria and Albert. She's like, oh, is that a buffet? I was like,
Oh, God, yeah. That was like, don't harsh my buzz, man. Like, what are you doing?
She fully harshed my buzz. She killed my vibe. But she also grounded me and made me a better human being.
Made you realise that you are just a person.
I'm just a person.
Just a person, and the fancy life is not what you live all the time. Just some of the time.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I didn't sleep in the park though.
No,
I did
you didn't.
really well. I was so complainy the whole day, as we'll get to, but
Yeah, because it's the 24-hour event next. 2 parts on that one, because that is a long day.
I got no sleep this night either.
You were not happy in the morning.
Because I was up coughing all night.
This was a fun day though. I'm so glad.
What, the 24-hour event?
No, this one.
Oh, this one.
This one. The one that we're currently still doing. The one we're still recording.
Too excited about the next one. So, out of 10, what would you rate our Victoria and Albert meal?
Absolutely like a 9.
I would do an 8, just because I am so picky with food that... And I'm not saying the food wasn't great, because it was amazing, but knowing what something is kind of stresses me out. Like cheek. Now, I know cheek is like a totally fine bit of meat, but for me, that was like...
That was too much for you, yeah.
I'm just not a massive meat eater. I liked the lamb on the little margarita things that we got.
Mm-hmm.
But,
that was good.
So that is another one wrapped up and done. Another fun, relaxing day. It's good.
Yeah.
So thank you.
It was a good one.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was a good one. And if you wanted to see more of the food in particular, one of the things I kind of meant to say was they did ask us not really to film. We could take as many photos as we wanted, but not to film while we were in there. So we did like a separate video with all the food in, because we wanted to keep that and still talk about it. So if you are interested in what the food was actually like, we do have a separate video on that.
I'll put a little card up.
Yeah, stick a little card in it. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching our Riverside and Victoria and Albert Day.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.